Are you ready to wind up? Because I'm ready to show you exactly how you wind up every single morning and day so you can unlock peak performance every single day. Let's jump right in. This is the high performance morning routine. This is what I like to call my wind up routine. This is the blueprint. This is the framework. I'll share with you the little optimizations I kind of have for my own. And then, my friend, you will have your own wind up routine to start setting your day up for success every single day. And again, this resource is right below in the description. So feel free to grab it, duplicate it, and immediately take action so you immediately get results. All right, let's hop in. Again, daily habits result in consistent results. Everything starts as a conscious action. The goal after a few months is it becomes a subconscious, automatic lifestyle habit. It's ingrained into who you are, how you live your life. So you consistently get these results basically forever. Alrighty? Number one, hydration. Takes about 1 to 2 minutes, preferably, right? Always use glass, right? No plastic. As I'm recording, cheers, glass, right? Never use plastic, always use glass. And the ideal kind of amount is almost like the same amount of water that you would consume in a water bottle. So anywhere from like 16 to 20 fluid ounces of water. Typically, that kind of amount of water, like that volume, within the first 1 to 2 minutes of your day. Key here, not with electrolytes, but with an added source of Celtic sea salt, literally just sprinkle it into your water. Or what I like to do is I'll take like my finger, I'll put it like in the actual bag. I'll take the Celtic sea salt, I'll put it right under my tongue. So right here, what we call subcutaneous, and then I wash the water down with that, and then it basically goes right into my cells, starts replenishing all the electrolytes. But instead of it just being electrolytes, which is this new trend on the internet, Celtic sea salt not only contains electrolytes, magnesium, sodium, potassium, but it also contains all these trace minerals and the actual sea salt from the sea, which is vital for minerals and everything to do that supports mental clarity and also helping you get an early cortisol pulse by supercharging your mitochondria. Okay. And if you want to go a step further, add some lemon in it, right? Supercharge your vitamin C and your immune system as soon as you get up. I wouldn't do the lemon every day. I think it's great to kind of cycle it or use it in phases, or especially in the winter months. Again, vitamin D is a bit lower outside. Our immune system starts to drop a little bit. Great time to add in some lemon and keep yourself sharp, clear, and your immune system pumping. Alrighty, so that takes again 1 to 2 minutes. Always make sure you're using clean drinking water. That can be distilled water from a water distiller, that can be fresh spring water, and again, that can also be purified water. But first and foremost, the best can always be fresh spring water. Okay, so that's 1 to 2 minutes. Use your Celtic sea salt, and you're good to go. You'll be hydrating. And again, if you kind of are going for the walk and you don't want to consume, again, basically that 16 to 20 fluid ounces in one shot, consume about half of it, go for your 5 to 10 minute walk. We're going to get into here in a second as number two, and then come back, finish that glass, and then move on from there. Okay. So that's hydration. Number two is very, very important. Always go for your morning walk, even if it's very cloudy. Okay. And if you do have contacts or you have eyeglasses, not blue light blockers or sunglasses, but if you have normal glasses or contacts, excuse me, make sure you actually put those on. Contacts and glasses, for example, because those help focus the light on the actual melanopsin cells, which are right here below your eyelid, which is what the sun targets again to immediately kick back to your brainstem and start firing up all the system's energy, clarity, focus, all that good stuff. Okay. So again, even if there's tons of sunlight out, awesome. Go for your quick walk, right? Set your posture, put your shoulders back, keep your chest out. Take a deep breath, look at the greenery, look at the nature around you, whatever's around you, take in that moment, appreciate it. This is also where I like to personally, I do my prayer. So I have my prayer when I go on my walk, typically about 10 minutes. If the sunlight is very potent, very, very sunny that day, anywhere from like 3 to 5 minutes is awesome. If it's a little cloudy, a little bit of sun, probably more like 8 to 10 minutes. If it's kind of very dark, not like dark out, but you don't see any sun, if you can kind of stay out there closer to like 12 to 15, even 20 minutes, if your schedule allows for it, that would be great. It's all about the cue and the signal to the mind and to the brain. Sometimes, if there's way more sun out, or it just takes a lot less for the cue to be activated. When there's some clouds in there, the cue is still there. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer, and that's perfectly fine. But every day, get out and go for that walk. One, your feet are on the ground, right? You're in nature, you're outside. 2, you get that sunlight. 3, you can fix your posture. 4, you got fresh air coming in through your nose and out through your mouth, so you're kickstarting your respiratory system. And on top of that, it's a great way to start your day, set the tone for the day, express some gratitude. Maybe you do it verbally, maybe through prayer, or just whatever. You don't like to write it or journal, you can go ahead and do that and then move from there. Okay. And that's number 2. It can take anywhere from 5 minutes all the way to 20 or 25 minutes, depending on the weather condition and what your schedule allows for. Alrighty. Moving on, you then have number 3, cold exposure, right? Check out that dopamine module that was made. Again, one of the best ways to set your morning up for success is always by doing things that are going to kind of put us into pain first, but not all the time, because then we build up a tolerance, just like we talked about, right? But a lot of times, or a few times per week, right? You can start by taking a quick cold shower, or even, if like you already, let's say you take a shower the night before, right? You don't need to take a full shower. You can literally just hop in the shower for 2, 3 minutes, turn it all the way to ice, put your head under there, regulate your vagus nerve, right? Calm your nervous system down, control your breathing, get in there, get that shock, put yourself into pain first. You'll get way more dopamine, you'll unlock pleasure on the other side of that, way more energized, way more focused, way more mentally clear, and then you can get on with your day and attack it. Or again, if you don't want to take that cold shower, you don't want to build up that big stimulus, but cold exposure helps you because you've tried it before. You can literally like take your sink, probably the kitchen sink works a lot better. Put like the drain in it so the water doesn't go down. Fill it up with like ice cold water, pretty much as cold as you can get it. And then literally just like take literally your 2 hands, because these are extremities, and literally sink your hands in that ice cold water and hold them there for anywhere from about 30 seconds if you're a beginner, a minute you're intermediate, advanced like 90 seconds to 2 minutes, and keep your hands under there, because again, when we really cool the extremities, aka your hands, internally your body has to kickstart your temperature to go up. And anytime your temperature goes higher, that is directly correlated to the highest levels of energy, focus, and clarity that you'll have within your day. And what better way to start that than in the morning, right? So that's a great tool you can use as well. Again, that can be anywhere from 2 minutes to 3 minutes to 5 minutes to 10 minutes if you're taking a full shower, whatever it may be for you. Okay. And again, also, if it's very cold outside, like it's in the winter months, sometimes you automatically get the cold exposure when you're on the walk, right? So for me, it's literally November 30th right now as I'm recording this. Tomorrow will be the first day of December. It's cold already here. Temperatures are like high 30s oftentimes as the midday comes in into nighttime. It's dropping below freezing, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So I still get outside for my walk in the morning, and oftentimes I don't do as much cold exposure, like in the morning specifically, as far as a full shower, because a lot of my walks are 10 to 15 minutes long, and it's really, really fucking cold outside. So I kind of get that cold exposure naturally. But every once in a while, once a week, definitely a few times throughout the month, I still take that ice bath. I still make sure I take that cold shower. But because it's already naturally cold outside, it helps me kind of hit the ground running and kickstart my day as well. Okay, so that's how you can utilize cold exposure as a tool strategically. Also check out the heat and the cold exposure module, separate also in the classroom as well. Okay. And last but not least, number 4, this is a great time if you're a person that doesn't do your workout kind of first thing in the morning. Like for me, I wind up and then I usually always go to the gym or I do like an at-home workout. But if you do more like your workout, let's say, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours after you wake up, or even I'm not a big fan of it, but even if you do your workouts at like night or whatever, but you still want to really set your morning up for the best possible results and outcome throughout the whole day, one of the best things you can do is utilize exercise versus a tool, right? And that's where basically you kind of have some kind of high intensity circuit or some kind of movement that really just gets your adrenaline pumping. It helps you get that early cortisol pulse. It brings your respiratory rate up. It brings your blood circulation levels way up. So you really start to kickstart your day and pretty much all your energy systems in your body. And one of the best ways to do that is through some kind of high intensity circuit. So for me, I'm just a huge fan of boxing. So obviously when I don't have a bag, I love to do shadow boxing. So I'll do like 30 seconds of some shadow boxing. I got a pull-up bar. I'll kind of superset that with some pull-ups, and then I'll either do some burpees or some jumping jacks, or maybe superset that with some push-ups. That can be anywhere from 30 seconds again to 2 to 3 minutes. I don't really sweat, but I'm energized. I already have that clarity. I set the tone for the day in my walk. I'm already kind of fired up from that cold exposure, from that cold walk, or the actual cold exposure from, the water in the sink or that shower. And I'm literally primed to hop into what I want to do. For me personally, I meditate for 10 minutes via a guided meditation app. I use Headspace every single morning. And I love to do that because it's basically priming my prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for the focus muscles. And whenever I basically deliberately catch myself in a thought and I bring that attention back to my breath, that's basically helping me train those muscles, which not only does it help me become more of a mindful person and relax and set my day up, Also, from a science perspective, it's training those muscles to help me focus faster, easier, and way more intensely as I've been doing meditation for years now. Okay. So that's one thing that I do as well. I get it's not for everybody, so I didn't put it on here as like a pillar for the framework, but I personally use it. Definitely try it out. Or you can also look up on YouTube, guided meditation, or whatever you want to do. You can also use an NSDR session to replace that. That's a phenomenal tool to use in the morning as well. And one other thing that I do is even though I express gratitude and I do prayer, I also have a journal that has 5 points in it every single morning that I write. That takes me about 5 minutes. The first point is just basically very top level what I'm grateful for, my family, my health, the privilege of serving others, right? My community, my product, everything like that. The second one is like a secondary thing that I'm grateful for. So something kind of more recent. I'm really thankful for just that excellent quality of sleep I had last night, which is pretty much almost every night. Or I'm thankful for, that conversation I had with XYZ person yesterday. It's like a secondary thing I'm thankful for. The third thing is something that is kind of like a very, very massive needle mover for me for the day. So whether it's creating a module, whether it's doing something for fulfillment, whether it's, showing up as my best possible self on a sales call, whatever. My fourth point then goes into pretty much like a little mixture of how I live my life and my core values. So I basically say, I'm thankful that I am the man I am today because I prioritize my mindset, my health, my relationships, and my core values and what I represent. I write that down as the fourth point. And the fifth one kind of just goes into like business. I'm thankful that I've built a product like for the people. I'm thankful for Opti Life. I'm thankful that it's building a brand over time. And my main intention is to provide value and multiply its impact among the people that it serves. And that's kind of like the fifth one. And then I read them all aloud after I write them down. I close my journal in between hydration, going for that morning walk with sunlight, the little bit of cold exposure I either do separately or within the walk itself, the little exercise burst that I do, my meditation and my journaling, that puts me right at 25 minutes. I've timed it completely, which is why you'll see in the actual module section in school, it says how to set your day up for the first 30 minutes, because that totals 30 minutes. But if you just do just the pillars, hydration, morning walk in sunlight, exercise burst, a little bit of cold exposure. Let's say you don't include meditation in there or any kind of journaling, then you're probably more closer to like 10 to 12 to 15 minutes, which is why that's what it says down here. Okay. So if you do all these actions sequentially in an order, you basically block out that first, I'd say 15 to 30 minutes of your day that primes your mind and your body for peak performance so you can sustain it during the day as well. And you already just feel like you've crossed off so many things. You've done some cold exposure. You already put yourself in a little bit of pain and you're ready to attack your day and absolutely crush it. All right. And that is how you set up your morning and ultimately your day for peak performance and for success.